recorded live with little or no editing. It's Defense Up. I'm Run 7. How you doing? Today we're going over Wolvis defense. Team number 1, we're going to jump right into these. Who you're using to replace on their power levels, their ISOs, what kind of mood I'm in. We got Hydra Red Skull team. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. War ready. Fortifier on everybody. Red Skull off the outside. Absolutely perfect. A for the team. Good job. Team number 2, Mercs. Holy smokes, folks. We're on a roll. This is another A right there. Alternatively, you could change the Merc minions to strikers also, but they have native synergy with those, the healer and the fortifier. So this is another A. Let's see if we can keep it going. Team number 3 is an Marauders with Magneto in place of Emma. Fortifier, Skirmisher, Healer, Raider. I got to give this one an A. This is a great job. I would say that there was an overinvestment in Mystique, but she's 7 red stars. You kind of wanted to go ham on her. You've got her as that Skirmisher, using her to good effect. There are no strikers on this team. You got lots of vulnerables out there. But I think I don't see a reason to change anybody to a striker on this. It works. It works. It's not worth the ISOs to switch them, so I'll give you an A for that one. That's a good job. All right, let's go on to the next one. We have a traditional Inhumans with Coulson and Surfer. This is a pretty standard team. Nothing too exciting here. We're going with 3 people putting out vulnerables, 2 people soaking them up. Alternatively, you could change Coulson to a striker, but he works great as a raider. You're giving plenty of vulnerables for your heavy hitters to double tap into. I'm going to give you another A for this one. It's pretty good. Wow. Number 5, here is the Drax Loki version of the new Warriors. This is a pretty stubborn and challenging team. Loki's in here to make Cloak go before Deathpool. You've got 2 strikers and 3 people putting out 3 people putting out vulnerables. That's right, because Cloak and Dagger put it out through their kit. So even though Dagger is a striker, she still puts out vulnerables. So plenty of vulnerables for those strikers to soak up. I'll give you another A for the team. This is not the strongest version of this team. I do believe that the Surfer Emma version is the toughest one, but this is very, very tough. Totally worth it to build this one, especially with Drax as a fortifier. That's going to be really tough to get through him and then attack the other people. You have to clear that taunt or something to take this team down. It'll be a tricky one. Team number 6 is the Web Warriors with Doc Ock. Now, I know why he has Doc Ock in here, but do you guys? Now, Doc Ock doesn't have exactly a lot of synergy with this team. However, the hot targets are going to be Scarlet and Ghost, and so he's got the deflects going to them, making them even tougher to get through. Also, Doc Ock has some healing, giving this team some sustain. So if they do get RNG lucky and get a DV the first time, they might stay kind of topped off on health to continue going. I like what you're doing here. Obviously, Miles is the better 5th, because you're missing out on that 5-person bonuses to whatever happens when there's 5 people. Things get crazy. You're missing out on that, but we're going to see why he took Miles off of this team, and Doc is a great filler for it, and I think the overall package is at least worth looking into, so I'm going to give him an A for this team too. Team number 7, we replaced Fury with Emma. That's a fantastic move. Don't ever put Fury on defense. It makes this team fold real easy to a mirror match. Or to speed meta teams also. Okay, striker, skirmisher on Emma. That's interesting instead of a healer. And then skirmisher on Hill and skirmisher on the old Falcon, now Sam. Okay, the reason we've got, we got healer on Hill and skirmisher on the others. The reason we've got skirmisher on Carter instead of striker is because it's sometimes incredibly important to land those negative effects. And in raids, that's kind of what's happening now. She's being switched to a skirmisher for the focus boost. I like Emma better as a healer on this team. That's all I can say about that, though. She's still not terrible as a skirmisher. I'm going to go A- on that for that 1 ISO. Just because I hate giving out perfect scores. I don't want to do that. Number 8, here's your Miles. And you can see... Why did he use Miles? Because he wanted to pull Chavez off for something else. And Miles has great synergy with his team as a striker. He's built up So it's kind of deceiving because people are like, oh, it's Miles. He's a pushover. Miles is like 70K bigger than anybody else on this team. And he's also got 6 red stars. He's going to hit like a truck, and he's going to do it twice with his synergy with Ms. Marvel. This is a great pick for this. I kind of actually really like doing this. Doc Ock onto the Web Warriors, Miles onto this team, which, by the way, this team gets an A because it's fantastically built. Although, we need to move Ms. Marvel off the outside, don't we? Okay, A- for this team. Move Ms. Marvel off the outside, and then I can give you that A. Heroes for hire. Let's see. We've already got Luke moved off the outside. Look at that. He's ahead of the game on this one. Striker, skirmisher, healer, fortifier, raider. I'm going to give him the A+ for this because he's ahead of the curve and moving Luke Cage off the outside. You know what? I got to give him the A because, right, I docked him for not doing it here and gave him the plus for here. So, yeah, this is a standard A now. All right, there we go. All right. A for that team. Good job. And then over here is our Eternal Chavez team. Okay, so here's how this is going to work. America Chavez gives the turn meter to Doom and Cersei. Cersei pops off, rewinds turn meter, giving Icarus enough time to kill everybody after she softened him up. And then whatever isn't dead is going to be dead when Doom blows up. And then when that happens, Thanos is going to give about 5 energy to both Eternals. So a little there and a little there, and it's going to get divided up, which means the second time somebody comes into this team, it's not going to do what you want it to do. Unless Doom didn't ult. If Doom didn't ult that first turn, if Icarus just blew it up like crazy, then Doom will ult right off the bat because he's already done 1 turn from the previous match. So there's pros and cons to this, and that Doom ult will then give Icarus and or Cersei, whoever's the highest damage, in this case it's going to be Icarus, is going to take Icarus for a ride on the time platform, and then who cares if he got enough enough energy or not, he's going to get those 3 turns and pop off his ult again. So the only way this setup works is if they lose the first match without Doom ulting, which is very possible. Another way to do this is to swap places with Thanos and Icarus. And that way, regardless of whatever happens with Doom, Icarus will get all the energy, and the next time around, he's going to ult his first turn. Now, however, Cersei won't ult, she won't rewind turn meter, and there will be time to get in front of Icarus. So maybe we should do something like... Okay, let's do something like, it's going to be Thanos, Icarus, Chavez, Cersei, Doom. There you go. Something like that. You could even take Doom out, put him on a different team, put Loki in. That way Cersei goes first. They're both sped up, but Cersei will still go first, soften him up for Icarus. Icarus gets all the energy for the second time around. Something like that. Lots of different ways to do it. Nothing wrong with this way. It's just one more version. It's not my personal favorite, but I'm still going to give you the A for it. I think it's a pretty good, high-functioning team. If somebody does go in here and their team isn't big enough to survive until Doom does his time platform on the first match, it could be a pretty disastrous team and net you multiple DVs. So good job with that one. Okay, this has been Wolvis defense, one of the highest scoring defenses we've seen. Some really interesting things done here. I like interesting things. If you got interesting things to show me, links are in the description. Find me in Discord, send me 3 screenshots. I will put you on the list and you can be featured on Defense Up also. Remember guys, don't just have a good game, be good to yourselves and others too, and I will see you next time. Bye.